Hello students, in the previous lecture we studied about the patterns of biodiversity. Today we will study about the importance of species diversity to the ecosystem. Means what is the importance of species to an ecosystem? Ecologists believe that communities with more species tend to be more stable than those with less species. So this was confirmed by David Tillman. He had shown through his ecology experiments using outdoor plots the following features. First one is the plots with more species showed less year-to-year variation in the total biomass. And second is plots with increased diversity showed higher productivity. Now we will study the characteristics of a stable community. So first point is a stable community shows here some features. First is productivity should not vary too much from year to year. Second point is it should be resistant to seasonal disturbances. Third point is it must be resistant to invasions by alien species. Now, next topic we have Rivet-Popper hypothesis. So this Rivet-Popper hypothesis, it was proposed by Paul Ehrlich, and this hypothesis assumes the ecosystem to be an airplane and the species to be the rivets, joining all parts together. So if every passenger pops a rivet to take home, it may not affect the flight safety initially, but with time, as more rivets are removed, the plane becomes dangerously weak and fatal to the life of other species. Now, what does this rivet-Popper hypothesis explaining? Like if important species become extinct, then overall it will disturb the whole ecosystem. So ecosystem will become imbalanced due to the extinction of all important species. Now, loss of biodiversity. So the biological wealth of our planet Earth has been declining rapidly due to three factors: overpopulation, urbanization, and industrialization. The IUCN Red List documents the extinction of 784 species in the last 500 years. Now, what is the full form of IUCN? It is International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, which is now called World Conservation Union. So, it maintains a red data book or red list, which is a catalog of taxa facing risk of extinction. Some examples of recent extinctions include the dodo, quagga, thylacine, Steller sea cow, and three subspecies of tiger, that is Bali, Javan, and Caspian. In last 20 years, 27 species have disappeared. Now, extinction. So what is extinction? Extinction is an irreversible condition of a species or other group of organisms having no living representative in the wild. So it is of three types: natural extinction, mass extinction, and anthropogenic extinction. So anthropogenic word means due to human activities. So amphibians are more vulnerable to extinction. At present, the following face the threat of extinction: 31% of gymnosperms, 32% of amphibians, 12% of bird species, and 23% of mammals. Since the origin of life on Earth and evolution, there have been 5 episodes of mass extinction. But the current rate of extinction, that is the 6th episode of mass extinction, means it is 100 to 1000 times faster due to human activities. Now, what are the effects of loss of biodiversity in a region? Loss of biodiversity in a region may lead to: first, decrease in plant production; second, lowered resistance to environmental disturbances such as drought; third, increased variability in ecosystem processes such as productivity, water use, and pest and disease cycles. Now, causes of loss of biodiversity. The 4 major causes, which are described as the evil quartet, these are habitat loss and fragmentation, over exploitation, alien species invasion, and fourth is co-extinction. First is habitat loss and fragmentation. Habitat loss and fragmentation is the most important cause of animal and plant extinction. The tropical rainforest initially covered 14% of the land surface of Earth, but now cover only 6% of the land area. The Amazon rainforest, which are also known as lungs of the planet Earth, having millions of species, is being cut and cleared for cultivation of soybean or for conversion to grasslands. So when large habitats are broken up into smaller fragments due to the various human activities, so mammals and birds requiring large territories migrate and badly affected. Second point is overexploitation, means more use, overuse. So when biological system is overexploited by man for the natural resources, it results in degradation and extinction of the resources. Example is Steller sea cow, passenger pigeon. Then many marine fish population are over harvested, endangering the continued existence of some important species. Next is alien species invasion. When alien species enters intentionally or unintentionally, some of them turn invasive and cause decline or extinction of indigenous species. And some examples are given. The first example is the introduction of Nile perch into Lake Victoria caused the extinction of endemic ecological unique species of cichlid fish. Second example is we have Parthenium, lantana, and Ishornia or water hyacinth. So these are the exotic species of plants that have invaded India and caused environment damage. They pose threat to the survival of many of our native species. Third example is introduction of African catfish for aquaculture purpose is also posing threat to our indigenous catfish. Next causes, that is co-extinction. Co-extinction is a phenomenon in which when a species becomes extinct, the plant and animal species associated with it in an obligatory manner also become extinct. For example, if a species of fish becomes extinct, all those parasites unique specific to that fish also face extinction. Similarly, a co-evolved plant pollinator mutualism shows co-extinction where extinction of one species invariably leads to the extinction of the other.